Yo, what's going on everybody, TK here, welcome back to another NBA 2K17 MyLeague rebuilding video. In today's video, we're going to be rebuilding the 2018 Milwaukee Bucks. So far this offseason, they didn't make many changes. Obviously, they had a pretty good playoff run, almost beating the Toronto Raptors. But Giannis Antetokounmpo went off in the playoffs. Jabari Parker's been injured a lot. Hasn't really showed his full potential, but he's capable of putting up 20 a night. And then they got Chris Middleton, Greg Monroe, which is going to be interesting what they do with him. Malcolm Brogdon, the surprising rookie of the year. He's always going to be a great player. He can either play shooting guard or point guard. It's going to be interesting to see what we do with him. And then Thon Maker, the guy that just broke out in the playoffs. He had so many blocks throughout the playoffs. And then you guys look at Matthew Dellavedova, who we're definitely going to trade. He probably one of the worst contracts at his position right now, but he is going to be a starting point guard until we move over Malcolm Brogdon to the point guard position, which we're going to do right now. So Malcolm Brogdon, put Chris Middleton at the 2, and we're going to find a trade for Matthew Dellavedova. So he's obviously making tons of money. We're going to see what we can get for him. Robin Lopez, Dwayne Dedmon, and so he's making $2 million now, but he's going to be making more over the next couple of years. Dwight Powell is an interesting move. I just like to take a salary dump, I think, but Thomas Robinson, okay, so nothing. I like this trade right here. I think I'm just going to take the salary dump and hopefully it'll help us. So let's see, Dwayne Dedmon, or it's going to be Ron Baker, and we give up a second-round pick. So that's a pretty good trade right there. We do give up a second-round pick, but we get let go of Matthew Dellavedova's huge contract. So taking a look at the player contracts, Greg Monroe is our next. Okay, actually, John Henson, he's making tons. I forgot about him. So this year, it's just going to be basically getting rid of tons of these guys that are making tons of money. Chandler Parsons, okay. Nothing too special. I like Zubac. I'm actually not even going to go through any more trades. I'm taking Zubac. He just progresses into a great player. He can give you 13 and 10 off the bench. Next thing, Greg Monroe. I think that's the guy that we're going to be moving on from and start Zubac at that center position. So let's see what we can get for Greg Monroe. If we don't get anything, I'm probably going to keep him anyways, because he can give you points. He can definitely give you 20 off the bench, or even not 20 off the bench, but he can give you 20 points starting. And because I like Zubac, I think Zubac can give you a little bit more. Okay, Marcin Gortat, JJ Redick. Okay, so not that many bad offers here. Ryan Anderson, Enes Kanter, Raymond Felton, Evan Turner. So we're getting all big contracts back in return. I might take this JJ Redick deal for a second-round pick. So I'm going to take JJ Redick. That's basically going to be all what we're going to be doing for the first season. Just huge salary dumps. Brogdon, we're going to move him to the 1. At the 2, we're going to have Middleton. We're going to have Redick coming off the bench. Zubac starting Jabari Parker onto the Kupo. Thon Maker. I want him getting more minutes. So let's take out some of these minutes here. Give Thon Maker around 16 a game. Ron Baker, let's take out. Okay, actually, we have to give Ron Baker a lot of minutes because he's our only backup point guard. And I think that's going to be it. So that's all we're doing for season 1. Let's take a look actually at our player contracts. We have $32 million right now. By the end, okay, actually, let's trade one more player. Actually, I'll move him at the end of the season. So Teletovic at the end of the season is going to be gone. So I'm going to submit to the end of the season. I still see us making the playoffs, but I'll see you guys once we're done. Okay, so at the end of the season, LeBron James wins MVP, averaging 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. Lonzo Ball wins Rookie of the Year. Greg Monroe of the Philadelphia 76ers wins 6-man, 11 and 9 and 3 assists. Really good numbers out of him. Andre Drummond wins Defensive Player of the Year. Giannis Antetokounmpo wins Most Improved. Okay, 23.5 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. He just does everything on the court. 54 from the field. Mike D'Antoni wins Coach of the Year, and Giannis Antetokounmpo makes All NBA First Team. So he actually kind of had a run for MVP, you could say, with those numbers. So Milwaukee 39 and 43, 7th in the, actually 6th in the East. And that's not bad. So 39 and 43. We gave up a couple of our pieces. I thought we could do a little bit better, especially with Antetokounmpo's year. With 23.5, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Jabari 20 points and 8 rebounds. Chris Middleton 15. Zubac 12 and 8. That's why I made that trade for him. He just does so good. JJ Redick off the bench 12. Brogdon 11. He also gave you 6 assists on the season. Spencer Hawes, I think that's one of the guys we also got to move. Yeah, he's making too much money for what he's going to help do with us. Thonmaker 7-5. He's probably going to be our starting center next year with the moves we're probably going to make in the offseason. But first and foremost, we're going up against the Charlotte Hornets in the first round of the NBA playoffs. And we go up. Okay, so we beat them in 5 games. We're going on to face the Toronto Raptors up 3-1. Go on to the Eastern Conference Finals. We're going to be facing the Boston Celtics. Okay, they're up 2-0. I didn't mean to do that, but they got Isaiah Gordon Hayward, Al Horford, Jason Tatum. He's averaging 18. I'm probably going to try to make a trade for him. He just is so good. Yeah, I don't see us beating this team, but somehow, okay, Isaiah averaged 30 points in the regular season. Okay, so let's simulate here. 2-1, 3-1. And we get eliminated. Yeah, I don't see us beating that team, but still, really good strides. We made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Golden State and the Celtics, 7 games, and the Golden State Warriors have won an NBA championship, and Steph Curry's your Finals MVP. So here we go. We're in the offseason here. So let's see. I don't think we have a top pick. If we do, we're probably going to trade it anyway. So let's go to Trade Finder, and we get the number 15 pick. Okay. I don't think I'm going to take it. I'm actually probably going to trade it right now because I don't feel like going into the NBA draft and trading it. So let's see what we get for the 15th pick. Probably some value with it. Maybe like a nice bench player that can help us out. 2 first-round picks from the Bulls. Okay. Patrick Beverly, Zach Randolph, Shelvin Mack. 2 first-rounders from the Nuggets. Okay. Which team is probably going to be worse? The Nuggets in the West or the Bulls in the East? The Bulls don't have Jimmy Butler, but they have a couple of young players. We give up a first here for the Bulls, do we? Let's take a look at the Bulls deal. Golden State. No, actually, okay. Top protected. That one's protected with the Denver one. Okay, I'm just going to take Denver. I feel like they're going to be worse anyway. So we get 2 first-round picks right there. That should probably help us in the long run. Steph signing. Jason K, we're good there. He's still going to be our coach. Now let's go to rookie signings. We don't have any other picks, I don't believe. So we shouldn't have anyone here. Yes, so here we go. Team player options. I have to move to I don't know why I can't say Teletovic. His huge contract. Jabari Parker, Vaughn, he averaged 3. I'm actually going to decline that. Chris Paul declined, so there's not a big free agency because it is the 2018 class. I don't know, somehow, some way, it always gets mixed up. Free agency, Vaughn, Michael Beasley, we're going to let them walk. And then player contracts, we got, what? How did that just happen? Okay, that's because JJ Redick's making so much. Because we had so much cap space at the beginning of last season that now we have none. So we're going to have to move Spencer Hawes first. Let's see. Let's do these individually. We'll take 2 second-round picks easily. Next thing, we got to move Teletovic. And 2 seconds. Can we get a first-rounder? 2 seconds. PJ Tucker. A second-round pick. 2 seconds. I'll take 2 seconds. And there we go. So now we have to move JJ Redick. We should have some value with JJ Redick. 79 overall, but he's making $23 million. We're not going to give him that because we already have Chris Middleton anyways, who's a lot younger. DeAndre Jordan. Okay. That's actually a really interesting deal. Okay, so who is our center now? Well, let me take a look at who our center is. So let's go to front office here. Center is looking like, okay, Thonmaker. So that wouldn't make any sense, as well as we have Zubox. So that's not going to be making any sense. Point guard, we do need a point guard. That's basically our biggest need. I'm going to try to find a trade for him and with something that gives us back a point guard. So I'll see you guys once I find that trade. Okay, so right here, we're going to try to find a trade with the Brooklyn Nets here, and we're going to be trying to get D'Angelo Russell. So we got 4 second-round picks here. They still don't. Let's take out 3 of these seconds. We'll give you a first round, 21 bucks. Still nothing. What if we throw in 1 more second? Okay, so I'm probably not going to go with that D'Angelo Russell trade. They're looking for way too much. Okay, Eric Bledsoe. Let's see if we can find a trade with him. With JJ Redick, would they do it straight up? They have a counter. Jabari Parker, not giving him up. What if we throw in 2 second-rounders? Will they do it? Okay, Jabari. They still want Jabari Parker. We'll throw in a first-rounder. 2019 bucks. Still nothing. Wow. Okay. I don't get how all these point guards are Okay, that's way too much for him. Dennis Smith, can we find a trade for Dennis Smith Jr.? I'll take a Dennis Smith Jr. any day. Chris Middleton, straight up. What if I take out Chris Middleton and I throw you in JJ Redick? You take out JJ Barea. They don't have the cast space. Okay, so I'll see you guys. Okay, so right here, we're going to be trying to find a trade for De'Aaron Fox, giving up Thon Maker. Okay, we get Buddy Hield back, Ron Baker, as well as DJ Wilson. I do not want to give up Thon Maker, but this basically our only opportunity to get a really good up-and-coming point guard. So that was a huge trade. Somehow, some way, they want to throw in Buddy Hield. But now we're going to have to find a trade for JJ Redick, because obviously he's making that money. We didn't find a trade for him with the point guard. We actually had to throw in Thon Maker. So now we'll see what we get. DeAndre Jordan, don't want to do. Actually, we could do that now with okay, we could do that trade right there. I think we're going to actually do that trade because that is actually huge value. He's going to be a free agent at the end of the season, so he's off the books. We give up a second-round pick, and that's actually going to fill out a pretty nice need. So De'Aaron's our new point guard. Okay, so Buddy Hield will be probably coming off the bench. Small forward, we got Antetokounmpo. Center, we got DeAndre Jordan, and then that power forward, we got Jabari Parker. So we're looking like a pretty good starting five. Michael Beasley, we're going to let him go into free agency. And then free agency. So Chris Paul, we're not going to have enough cap space. So we're just going to roll into next season. I don't think if I might see what's on the open market for Chris Middleton. So let's see what's on the open market for Chris Middleton. He is a good point guard, but I don't mind Buddy Hield starting or get a better shooting guard because he's on a pretty relatively cheap contract, but I'd rather get a better player if we can get someone like that. So let's see what we can get for Chris Middleton. Zach LaVine, Marcus Smart, and Marcus Morris. Okay, that's not a bad deal. Okay, Alfred Payton. Nothing too special out here. Jamal Crawford, Zach Collins. Actually, I like the Zach LaVine deal, and I also like this Smart deal, but they're not going to give us the same production as Chris Middleton. So that looks like that's all we're going to be doing for this offseason. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season where hopefully we can make the playoffs. And so at the end of the season, okay guys, so at the end of the season, Russell Westbrook wins MVP. Michael Porter Jr. wins Rookie of the Year. Greg Monroe for back-to-back seasons wins Sixth Man. Andre Drummond Defensive Player of the Year. Dennis Smith Most Improved. And John Smith wins Coach of the Year. So taking a look here at these standings, we did finish second, one game behind the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's take a look at their roster. Kyrie, Derrick Rose, they're running him at the 2. I'd personally have Kyrie at the 2, Derrick Rose at the 1. LeBron shooting fries, so they don't really have a power forward. It looks like Kevin Love's injured. Then we finished right behind them, one game behind them. So statistics-wise, Antetokounmpo, almost a triple-double. Jabari Parker, 19. Chris Middleton, 14. De'Aaron Fox, day-to-day, but should be back before the playoffs, 13 and 7. Buddy Hield, 13, coming off the bench. DJ Augustine, a nice pickup. It looks like we made it for agency, 11 and 5. Zubac, 8 and 5. DeAndre Jordan, 8 and 11. Really good season for basically our whole team. Everyone basically stepped up and did what they had to. But it says here we're a 4th seed, and Washington's a 2nd seed, but it looks like we must add I don't know how so 2K's messing with us here. We actually should be the 2nd seed, but somehow we're the 4th seed. Okay, so the 4th seed is a 48 and 34 record. We have a 56 and 26. So I swear, if we don't go to the Eastern Conference Finals with this, and we get either bounced out in the first or second round, I'm going to be kind of pissed as we're going to go up. Okay, so 3-1 here. 4-1 going on to the second round. We're facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. So we would have had to face the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals if we made it rather than playing them now. So this is going to be the bad part as we go up 3-1. Okay, 3-2, don't choke. A lead, we go win, and we're going on. And we are facing the Washington Wizards. Surprisingly, okay, they have John Wall, Bradley Beal, Otto Porter, nothing too special. Added Rashawn Holmes, but that's about it. They go up 1-0. We tie it 1-1. They go up 2-1. 3-1, okay. Jabari's 40 minutes a game. Antetokounmpo should be playing way more minutes, but I don't think I'm going to switch it unless we make a comeback. 3-2, Game 7. Here we go. Antetokounmpo. Man, this is what we need. This is what we need. Let's somebody with Simcast. Hopefully, we can get out the win, and we are playing. We should actually have home court advantage, but we do win this game. Antetokounmpo 28 and 7, 8 steals. DeAndre 20 and 8. This is our year. This is our year to win it. We're going up against the Houston Rockets. Obviously, they got Chris Paul, James Harden. They go up 1-0. Chris Harden, Gordon. Okay, so nothing too special. It is going to be a fight, but I think we're better overall as a team, but we're down 3-0. And we get swept by the Houston Rockets and James Harden. Man, I thought we were going to win that series. Last year made it to Eastern Conference Finals. This year made it to the NBA Finals. Just a couple games short of winning that NBA championship, but still really good to see how this team went. So if you guys don't want to see more NBA 2K17 rebuilding videos, make sure to tell me in the comment section. So thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy T Gamer Tommy. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. So thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy T Gamer Tommy, and I'll catch you guys next time.